Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's broadcast. My name is Mark Moore, and today we're really going to be focusing on an introduction to Debut Media members. My name is Mark Moore, as I said earlier, and what we're going to be focusing on with this introduction is sort of the reason why I've decided to create this website or this new venture. As many of you may know, I've been involved in business development, consulting, branding, and promotions of people's businesses for more than 20 years. During that time, I've had a lot of success helping everyone from the large corporations all the way to the mom and pops and the individual just looking to do something dynamic. The primary purpose for this video and to discussing a little bit about my background and a little bit about why I decided to create Debut Media members to begin with was because I've had a long road, a lot of twists and turns, and I've seen a lot of people succeed, and I've seen a lot of people not succeed, not because of for a lack of trying, but mostly because of a lack of access to resources, lack of access to money, lack of networks, or how to work those networks and how to build relationships that will work for you. Most people believe you need a business degree or that you need to have a lot of money to succeed. And most of that is just simply not true. That doesn't mean that you don't need those things or that those things don't become important at some stage of the development of your venture or idea. But mostly what it takes is imagination. Mostly what it takes is excitement, enthusiasm, and your desire or ability to fight through and to be persistent and committed regardless what the circumstance may appear to be, and certainly regardless of what someone else might say. The point is to remember that your vision is exactly that, it's yours. And you have that vision for a reason, and no one else can have the passion or the desire or understanding that you will have for your idea and for your dreams. I'll start by just saying here, there's two questions that come up all the time if we do any type of broadcast. That is, one, feel free to ask questions as much as you like. We'll have a chat section, as you can see to the right side there. You can log in and post your questions at any point during this broadcast. And two, we will be recording it. So if you miss it or if you have to leave for any reason, no problem. We'll be posting it both on the website and on our YouTube channel for Debut Media members. And I'll be posting a link and a couple of blog articles about the presentation. What I'm going to do here first is I'm going to give you a brief introduction to the website, and what we've done is prepared a basic presentation that we're going to move on to. So if you allow me to go through the presentation, we'll go through it relatively quickly, I believe, and then I'll open up the floor to questions and I'll check your text messages. And so please just chat your questions at any point, and as soon as I can, I'll get to them and answer them, as many of them as I can. All right, so thank you so very much for joining us, and let's see how this goes here. Okay, so debutmediamembers.com. As you look at our tagline, created, maintained, and service for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs, the online business and freelancer coach for innovators like you. So the purpose of this tagline is exactly what it says, okay? This is a brainchild of people who've struggled, fought hard, have succeeded, have had tremendous success, have been doing it for a long time, where nothing was given to them, and decided to come together and put together a platform for people who we knew had a tremendous amount of ideas and excitement about the things that they were doing, but just maybe were lacking a little bit of access or a little bit of knowledge, or most importantly, support, right? Support from like-minded people. As you may know, most people need to have support. And you can look at this next pane here, you'll get a little bit about what I'm talking about. I wonder if there's anybody who's watching this video right now who can relate to this image that I put up here. It's a little bit comical, but I hope it gets the point across, because I know personally firsthand what it feels like, and I know that I've worked with tons and tons, hundreds of individuals who just had a wonderful idea or a tremendous business, or they were a freelancer, or they were doing something where they knew that they could be doing better, whether it's to make more money or get more exposure, whatever it was, but they've had so much difficulty and frustrations because, like any business owner will tell you, and anyone who's attempted to run a business, and you guys who are watching this video who are running your businesses or trying to start something will attest to, you have to be like an octopus. You have to have tentacles everywhere, right? And part of the problem is that most people don't have the time. If you have a full-time job, if maybe you have a family, maybe you have children, maybe you have all kinds of other things going on. Oh, and then you're also going to run a business. Now, I will tell you personally, my personal belief is that you may have heard many times people say, you watch some commercials, they'll say things like, well, if you can be working full time and then, start your business part time, and you can succeed part time and turn your business so that your business become full time and you can quit your job. Now, I'm sure that that's very true. And I know for a fact that there are some stories of situations out there where people were able to do that. In the 20 plus years that I've been doing this, I've not personally met one person who's been able to successfully do that to the extent that they felt good about their prospects of succeeding. The reason is your business or your idea requires all of you. It requires complete engagement, right? So it's not just your passion. It's not just your excitement. It's not only your great idea or even your skill level. It's all these things that you see listed here as well, right? Corporate formation, business banking, business credit, sales, business plan writing. If you need to raise money, maybe you need a business plan, things like that, presentations, websites, all types of graphic design, right? So you have to be skillful with Photoshop. You have to be skillful as a programmer. You have to be skillful as a business writer. You have to be skillful as a closer, meaning as a writer, as a salesperson. You have to be a skillful marketing expert. You might have to be skillful as a public relations expert. And I haven't even gone on. The list can go on and on, as I'm sure you're aware. You might be skilled in each one of those areas. You might be the guru who can do all those things. You might, amazing in all those things. If I sat down in a room with you, we could probably talk for hours, and you can lay down the law in each area that I just listed and then some. But you are just one person. And this is what I find, that this is one of the things that holds so many people back, is that they're one person, and it's not just the doing of all of these things, but it's also getting support from the people that you care about that are close to you, because no one's going to feel the way you feel about your business. Just simply no one. And so when you're fighting and you're excited and you're trying to engage others who are close to you, who you believe they're supposed to be excited with you, you'll find very quickly that in most cases they're excited for you, right? So if you can see the difference, right? You want them to be excited with you. You want them to jump in the game with you and help you out and ask you even, hey, so is there anything that I can do to help? They're thinking, their response is, or the way that they're looking at it is, I'm happy for you, and I hope that you succeed, and I wish you the very best, and I'm proud of you. That's wonderful, but you're still on your own doing it. Okay, so the reason for this first pain here was for me to let you know that I understand. It's not as easy as TV makes it seem, or some of these entrepreneurial gurus. It seems like everybody in their sister is a marketing genius. Just go to Facebook and all the other social media is popping up all over the place. Most of these situations are people who don't have really the foundation of what they're preaching. So I just wanted to let you know that, look, we understand, and this is part of the reason why we've created this website to begin with, this whole new venture. So what is it about? It's about you. This site, Debut Media Members, was created for you, and it's about you. It's about what you're doing, right? When somebody starts a business, generally speaking, right, it's about them and their business, right? So if this is my business, Debut Media Members, which it is, you think, well, it's all about me. It's all about my business and my business growth. Of course, I want it to grow. but I wanted to grow because what we're doing is servicing you. Okay, so this whole thing is about you, the innovator, the entrepreneur, the freelancer, the entertainer, the person who's living in New York City or who's living anywhere in the world, really, especially if you're in the US, who is doing something that's not so conventional, who might need a little bit of push. This is for you, because at the end of the day, believe it or not, we are the ones who drive the economy, not just here in the States, but all over the world. It's entrepreneurs who drive the economy. Okay, so if you look at this panel here, about and for you, if you look at the first one, I say, right, as the risk takers and true value creators, entrepreneurs, you are the key drivers of today's global economy. You deserve to be rewarded. That's the point of this website, is to reward you, is to provide you with the support, the assistance, the knowledge base, right? All those things. That's the point of this website. You're joining this website. You're becoming a member of this website so that you can have that back office support that many of the huge, large corporations have. Okay, so that's the whole point of the site, and that's the whole point of this panel here, is to talk about that. Okay, so as we're moving forward, I say there's so much more. So what do I want you to know about this website? I say think Facebook, Twitter, and many of the others, right? There's thousands really of social media websites out there. Most people have no idea who they are, right? Most of them are very successful in their own right. But in most cases, they're very broad, or they're very specific to a particular niche, right? So if it's a Facebook, it's very broad. It could be everything. It's everything, all of the above. You know, and you have other social media sites that are very specific. If you want to look at LinkedIn, we call it an amazing resume builder system, you know, sort of like this is where you put your resume on steroids. So it's maybe about getting a job or boosting your career. These are all great social media platforms, and we love them. And as a matter of fact, those social media platforms will be a support for you as a member through Debut Media members. I also say, so when you're thinking about our website, think about all the functionality, the interactivity, all of those things through Debut Media members, but it's specifically focused on the business-minded, the entrepreneur, the innovator, the creator, the artist, the person who has projects. This is what this site is for you. So it's very, very specific, focused on the development of your passions or your ideas. Okay? Now, I also say that it pays for itself. Indeed, it does. As you look, if you go to the membership section, you'll see that the prices are not so extravagant when you think about what you would normally have to pay for the services that we're going to be providing you. As anyone knows, if you ever tried to build a website where you had to hire someone or hire a graphic designer or any of those things, you know that you're going to be spending several $1,000s before you leave your apartment. And you haven't even started building your company yet, and you're already out $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. So this thing will pay for itself because you'll be able to instantly or quickly, depending on how motivated or intense you are about what you're doing, how hungry you are, you'll be able to generate income through the website, and we're going to get into that a little bit later. Okay, some of the things, and I'll probably repeat myself here, right? We're going to have a bunch of brands. I have worked with, as the CEO or managing partner for Debut Media members. Before that, Distinction Management, and before that, I was a partner with a company called IBD Corporation. I've worked with everything from Fortune 500s to some of the hugest, the most knowledgeable, the largest brands in the country, everything from Burberry to Nike and so on. In addition to working with dozens and dozens of publications, I've developed a lot of tremendous relationships over the years Many of those relationships are still viable and very strong. And I've worked with and spoken with so many people who are so excited about Debut Media members and the premise of why we're doing this, that launching this website will allow them an opportunity to support all those who have something real to offer, something exciting to offer. So if you're serious minded and you're doing your thing and you're allowing Debut Media members to assist you in doing your thing, there are giants in the industry that are ready to support what you're doing directly. Okay, and as we continue to develop this conversation, and as you continue to use Debut Media members, we're going to get more in depth of what that means. Okay, so what does it mean to you? What do you get? Who's on there? What types of people should be joining this website? Business developers, corporate lawyers, litigators, marketing specialists, finance specialists, web designers, graphic designers. If you're in retail, if you're selling something, if you're a freelancer, you know, the thing about being a freelancer, right? Maybe you're a freelance graphic designer, or you're a freelance web developer or something like that, or photographer. You're still running a business, right? We use labels, if you think about it, right? We use labels. Well, I'm an entrepreneur. Well, yeah, well, I'm a small business owner. Well, I'm a freelancer. Well, no, well, I'm a bartender. Well, I'm an actor. Well, if you're in New York and you're an actor, as an example, you probably have a job, and you're probably going to auditions, and you're probably taking classes, and you're probably doing everything you can, right? Through your headshots and your resume, and doing all these things that a business owner would do for their product. The thing is here, you are your product. But if you look at yourself as a business, if you're a performer, an actor, an artist, right? Photographer, if you approach it from the mindset of I'm starting a business, imagine how far you would go just with that slight change in mindset. Okay, so this is who this website is for. Some of the other things that we'll be having here are every month we're going to be having lectures, workshops, seminars, all over the country, eventually around the world. We're going to do these events. All of them will be live streamed. So if you can't make it to one of our events, you certainly can watch it through a website, because we'll be videotaping each and every event that we do live. And then, of course, we'll also record them. So you'll always be able to make it. And then, of course, if you can't make the events, we'd love to see you. We'd love to have you. There will never be an additional charge for anything that we're doing. So you, as a member of Debut Media members, as long as you have your membership, you're a paid member, every event, every situation that comes up is added to your membership. And as we continue to grow, then you'll have access to all of that as well. Okay. Another feature, another aspect, something that we are very proud of, that I'm very proud of, is that we're going to be doing live broadcasts. Now, we're going to start out weekly. And our live broadcasts are going to be primarily focused on interesting, dynamic, normal people, right, if you will, who are in the middle of doing stuff, have made some headway, or who have been extremely successful at what they've done, and they're going to tell their story. So we're going to be interviewing amazing people, models, actors, dancers, real estate development CEOs, web developers, graphic designers. We're going to be interviewing people who are doing what you're doing. And for those who are interested, we'll be interviewing you as well. So we'll be doing live broadcasts. And again, we'll start off once a week, and then we'll slowly build to doing them daily. Now, these interviews will be educational. There will be a form of entertainment, but there'll be a form of sharing. Okay, so the idea is that you're going to be a part of a community of developers, of innovators, who are all working with each other to support each other. So we're going to be doing, with these broadcasts, we're also going to have podcasts, so you have the audio aspect of it. So if you can't watch, you can certainly listen. And something that we're very, very excited about, and we'll probably start as early as next week. You'll see our first interview. I believe we're going to be interviewing the CEO of a real estate development company. He's been involved in it for more than 40 years. It's a publicly traded company, but he started from the ground up. He's very down to earth, and he's a wonderful gentleman, and I cannot wait for you to meet him, and it'll give you some insight into some of the people that we will be showcasing, including yourselves through the website. Okay, so in this next panel here, we're talking about world-class players will collaborate. Okay, so this illustrates some of the people like yourself who, or the expertise or the categories of people who will be joining the website, people who are already associated with the website. Now, I'm going to ask you to visualize a little bit and imagine you're on this website, you have a profile page, you have all these resources and access to information. You can download documents, simple template business plan documents. You can download presentations, you can download contracts, all this stuff, and you have your business, you're incorporated, you're really getting it going. You're going to the section of the website where you can design your website on your own because there's tutorials there to do that. And now you're in a place where you're looking to raise money. And maybe you're looking for an investor. You're looking for any kind of way to raise a certain amount of money, whatever the amount is. Well, there are going to be several things on here. Number one, there'll be other people who are on here, on the website, members, who will be investors, right? Or at least investor-minded. We'll set up crowdfunding through the website, right? We will showcase what you're doing through our Funding Plus feature, which is something I'm really excited about. You'll be able to connect with each other for the things that you need, want, or are hoping for. And even if someone may not know, I found that people are very, very helpful when they see that somebody's serious. I can't tell you how often I've been in a situation where somebody came up to me and said, hey, I'm doing this thing. Do you know a graphic designer? And I said, well, yeah, I do. And I make the connection for them. And in many cases, that graphic designer will work with them on their project for little to no money, maybe for a piece of the action or maybe just for the reference. Okay, so this website is going to be extremely good and immensely important for networking because you'll be networking with like-minded, serious people. Again, I'm just reinforcing the power and the emphasis of what this website is all about. Okay, so right out the gate, let's look at some of the features that will be showcased on the website. So many of these features you'll be aware of because you've used Facebook and things like that. So we have Instant Messenger, profile pages, specialty groups, directories, classifieds. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. As you can see here, tip of the day, featured companies, video coaching and consulting. So you'll be able to literally make an appointment with me or one of the other experts in this particular field. And we'll actually get online with you. Maybe it's Google Hangout or Skype or maybe by phone. And we'll actually coach you for an hour, hour and a half. And this is, again, included in your membership. Provided you're doing the pro membership, this all will be included. Again, some of the other features, and please forgive me, New York City is a siren going by, as New York City is always a siren going by, so my apologies to everyone there. So, again, we'll have features from A to Z and we'll continue to grow. I believe every month or so we'll be adding new and exciting features to this website, and it's something that I'm really feeling good about because we already have a load of features on there for you guys to take advantage of, and I'm just so excited that you'll be able to take advantage of these things. So take a minute here just to look and peruse some of these features. As I mentioned, it's just all of these features are for the purpose of aiding you in building your brand. We want to give you world-class attention. That's the point, right? In most cases, as you know, you would have to pay tens of thousands of dollars to get the type of world-class support and assistance that the huge companies get. I'm going to give you an example, right? So, as a consultant, I've been paid up to $275 an hour and received a $25,000 to $50,000 retainer just to consult. Now, if I'm consulting someone in their new company, and this is the going rate, and we work on the strategy and try to figure things out. Well, let's see some of the things that come into play. Well, do they have a website? Does it need to be redesigned? That's an additional fee. Public relations is additional fee. Advertising is additional fee. Marketing, sales, right? And the list goes on. These companies can pay that type of money. But the real purpose, the real reason why these mega companies pay this type of money is because what they're doing is paying for a guarantee. They're saying to me or to some other expert, I want you to guarantee success in my goal here, and I'm willing to pay you through the nose to get that type of guarantee. So that's what they're paying for. Most people don't have access to that type of guarantee. So should you not succeed because you don't have access to that type of guarantee? I think that that's silly, right? Now, even if you had all the knowledge in the world, as I mentioned earlier, you'd still have to do it all on your own. So the question becomes when and for how long can you do it? Because as many have heard, in most cases, companies, especially brick and mortar companies, if they are, may take 2, 3, 4, 5 years before you start making any real profit. So you'll have to be building on your marketing and your PR and your advertising and your social marketing, media marketing, and all that stuff. You'll have to be building on that all that time. And you'll have to fight and fight and fight and fight and fight and stay with it. And you'll have to do all those things, and you have to weather the storm. So what we're saying is, okay, it's wonderful that you have that knowledge. And if you don't have that knowledge, it's okay too, because we're going to provide it for you. Right? So we're going to be that one-stop shop for you. You'll be able to come to this website because you're a member, and you'll be able to go to our resources section. You'll be able to go to our tutorial session, or you will be able to make an appointment with a coach or with a consultant and actually connect with them a few times a month. You'll be able to send instant messenger messages to each other, either through groups or through each other, just through your profile pages. You'll be able to chat with our support team directly in real time to get the answers and support you need. So this is the point of the site. The point of the site is to inspire you, to stay on your side, to be your back office, right? To be that team that's going to get you where you want to go. Now, I've paused on this page here for a purpose, because it's one of my favorite quotes, and it has to do with success, because I think that most times people have a grandiose idea of what it takes to be successful. And like most entrepreneurs, one of their favorite people to think about is Warren Buffett. He said, success does not require genius. What it needs first is reasonably good intelligence, which is most people. We hope, right? Second, sound principles of operation. Now, that has to do more with discipline, right? Commitment to what you're doing and seeing your projects through all the way through. So there's two phrases, follow through and seeing through. And I think that they're separate, right? But I think that you have to focus on both. Seeing something through means going all the way, and think about this for a second. How many people have we met in our lives that go 80% of the way, get a little whiff of success, the potential for success is about to happen, and just when it's about to happen, their success, they start celebrating before they finish that last 20%. And because they started celebrating too soon, they didn't see it through and follow all the way through, right? And then because they didn't follow all the way through, what happens? The deal falls through, or whatever it is they were trying to achieve loses steam, loses energy, loses momentum, and they don't understand why. So sound principle of operation has to do with follow through, seeing it through, getting up in the morning, right? Showing up every single day, even in your sleep. Your business, everyone who's listening, your business, your idea, your dream, that piece of artwork, whatever it is, has to be all-consuming. It has to be something that you believe in your mind, body, and spirit. It's got to show in your aura, if you will. It's got to show through your eyes and your handshake and in your smile. Because if you can't convey how much you believe in what you're doing, then no one's going to believe in what you're doing, no matter how great it is. So you have to embody what it is that you are selling. And if you can become what you're selling or embody it, then people will gravitate to that. And the last part of this quote, and most important, firmness of character. What's usually missing regarding success is moral fiber, the firmness of character to act on one's belief. Now, I think that's important too, because I tell most clients, and I've told many clients for many years, one of the very first things I tell them, and I have a list that I repeat every single time, which is, your family loves you. The people closest to you love you. My suggestion is focus on your business, have a modicum of success first, and then let them know what you're doing. Once you can show them success. And the reason why I say that is not because they don't love you and wouldn't be supportive, but you have to understand everybody has a different level of idea of support. For example, if I have a little sister and she's doing something that I'm not really understanding or comprehending, because I want her to be happy and I want her to be secure. I want her to stay in college. I want her to get that job, that 9 to 5 or 10 to 6, get those benefits and secure her future, if you will, right? Most families would think that way. And now she comes up to me and says, hey, I want to quit school. I want to start my business. My first reaction, or most people's first reaction, might be to say, well, you really want to think about that. And the problem with that is, once you start hearing that enough, eventually you might start believing it. So you have to have the firmness of character to stick to it, no matter what anybody else says. Keep yourself around like-minded people. They don't have to be doing your business, but they have to be doing something. They have to be inspired, energized people who want something great, who believe in themselves and they believe in you and they believe in anybody else who's doing something great. And if you can surround yourself with those people, then you'll have a better chance of succeeding. It's like my mom used to say, show me who your friends are and I'll show you who you are. Now, that may or may not be entirely accurate, but it does say something, right? Surround yourself with other entrepreneurs. Surround yourself with successful people already. Surround yourself with people who are genuinely focused on succeeding and moving forward. Genuinely now, right? Because so many people can talk the talk, but how many of them can really walk it, right? So, that's just my little piece there. Okay. Okay, so now as we're moving forward, the hard part is done, as I said, right? So you look at the title here, the hard part is done. I'm asking you to join now. Now, as a special promotion through the weekend, anyone who signs up today at the pro level, as you know, we have 3 levels, an expert level, a pro level, and a master level. Anyone who signs up today at the pro level will receive a 90% discount on their membership. So if you sign up today or anytime between today and this weekend, you'll get 90% off. All you have to do is go to the website under where it says video, and when the drop-down menu comes, go right to the section where it says get 90% off, and you'll see a coupon code. Click the button and put that coupon code in the section where it says update, in the section, and click update, and you'll see the price change, and then you can go ahead and do your processing there. I highly recommend it. I tell you because there are resources that you will receive through being a member of this website instantly. First and foremost, for the price of your membership, you'll be able to get experts to talk with you directly about what you're doing. So that's one of the main reasons why I think that this is such a powerful thing for you to do, because you're going to get consulting. You're going to get resources. You're going to get a platform to showcase your business. You're going to have Debut Media promote your business or your idea all over the place, not just through social media, but also to our clients, right? So I've developed so many clients over the years. We're going to use Debut Media to showcase those clients. And so at the end of this brief presentation here, I just put a little note, right? And I just wrote a couple of things here that I wanted to read off to you, and obviously you guys can read along. These are important to me. I think that this is something that hopefully you'll embrace, right? Because as you know, most people have wonderful ideas and or outstanding product or service, yet simply don't know what they need to know in order to affect the positive result they are hoping to achieve. Worse than that, how do you know what you need to know if you don't know you need to know it, right? If you don't know what you need to know when you're running that particular business, how you're supposed to know, you don't even know what questions to ask, right? And so that's another reason for this website, is to provide those questions and answers for you, to provide that knowledge base for you. For most of my adult life, I and my companies have serviced some of the most renowned brands and individuals in business and on a global scale. Well, that alone is a worthy accomplishment. Greater than that was my ability to gain them as clients. Now, I think that that's important because it's one thing you read my bio and I can say, and anybody can say, oh, I worked with Nike, I worked with Burberry, I worked with this celebrity or that celebrity, and the list goes on. I've done a lot of things. But bigger than that was the fact that I got them as clients. And I got them as clients primarily through know-how, primarily through preparation, and using the tools that I want to share with you through this website. So in other words, I want to show you how I did it, and I want you to find a way to take how I did what I did and make it your own. Find a way to use what we've done over so many years and find a way to mold it in a way that works best for you, your personality, and your business or idea. Okay? So hello everyone, I'm back. That was my brief introduction to Debut Media and why we're doing it to begin with. Why we're so excited about it, why we think you will get so much out of it right away, and why we believe that this platform will pay for itself in short order. What I'm going to do here now is I'm going to give you a brief tour of Debut Media members, very, very brief, and then I'll open up to any questions that you may have. All right, 1 second here. Okay, so here we are, Debut Media members, and what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to reload the page to the home page. Okay, so if you've been here, it's debut-media-members.com. As you come here, you'll see right away, just look at the main menu, the about, the blog, forum. So we have a blog, we have a forum. Write a post, edit a post. Okay, that's really important because everyone who has a membership with this website will be able to start their own column. They'll be able to write, post blogs about anything that they want, right? Hopefully you're writing about your business or ideas of your business. Sometimes maybe you just want to share some experience that you've had. One of the best ways that you can showcase your ability or showcase your company or your skill is by blogging. Blogging gets to tens of thousands of people that you have no idea about. So we're talking about strangers who are already predisposed to want to know about what you're doing. That's how they found you to begin with. So I truly recommend that once you get your membership that you use this feature and use it often, because it'll be the easiest way for us, Debut Media members, to showcase what you're doing all over the world. So I would take advantage of that. Instant Messenger, this is a page, so if you click on it, it takes you right to a page where you'll be able to do some sort of instant messaging. Okay, just a second here. Okay, so the page is opened up. As you can see here, it's a little bland, but we'll work on the color in a second. You can type here, and you can just type your message. Hello, I can type everyone, and click it. Now, just a quick tutorial on this, and you see it showed up there. If you go up to the top here, you see this green light that says chat. You can view your status, or you can turn your status off. You can also come down to where it says friends online. You can see which one of your friends who've signed up, who you've become friends with, is online for you to chat with if you want to do a private chat. Or you can also do a global chat. So in other words, if you just come to this page and type something here, I will see it instantly. My team will see it instantly. So if you have a question and you can't wait for the answer, you can't wait for somebody to email you back or something of that nature, then come and post your question here, and I promise one of us will see it, or perhaps someone else on the website who's an expert already in that particular field will respond to you, and you never know, maybe it'll turn into business for you. Okay? An activity stream is exactly that. If you've been on any social media site, you'll find that they all have a page, not unlike Facebook, where everything that's happening on the website, anytime somebody posts something new, it will show up on this activity stream, and you can post images, video, just your words, a combination of those things, links, audio, all of the nature, so you can let people know what's happening in real time, 24 hours a day. The support section is exactly that. So you come here, and let's say maybe you're need a new business plan or a PowerPoint presentation. Maybe you're not too sure about your plan or something like that. I'm gonna give you an example. I had a client once come to me, and she wanted to open up a bar. She didn't have means to be able to open a bar. She didn't have money like that. She was working full time, single mom, right, with a little girl. But she had a dream. She wanted to open a business. So somebody suggested that she go to the SBA. That would be the Small Business Administration. So she did that. She went to the Small Business Administration. She made an appointment. She got her appointment somewhere between 3 and 6 months later. She got there, and she met with their specialists. Now, the specialists are very educated. They're very knowledgeable of what they're doing. And they can be very, very helpful. All right, very educated. So she had her meeting, and then they said, okay, well, in order for us to assist you in getting your bank loan or some sort of an investment or something to that nature, you're gonna have to write a business plan. She's like, well, I've never done that. She says, well, here. So the expert gives her a business plan template, and it's a little booklet that has several plans in it. She gives her the book, and she looks through it. She says, oh, okay, this won't be so hard. She takes that template and she puts the forms to her business plan. But because she was a friend of mine, she calls me up and she says, Mark, would you just take a quick look at this? And I did. And I was just frustrated. I couldn't believe that this is what they were giving their people who were coming to see them. In other words, these were business plan templates that were created back sometime in the early 70s. And they were not in any way marketable to any potential investor or bank. In other words, she would take that business plan based on those templates, and they would laugh her out of the bank. Now, of course, they would laugh, but you get my point. So I was happy to help her because she was a close friend of mine, which led me to this whole feature here. You'll be able to come to this feature, click on submit a new ticket, and once you come to the page, all you have to do is either you can click on a category to see what tickets have already been written that are public, if you want them to be public, or you click on submit a new ticket. When it opens up, what you can do is you can put in your ticket subject matter here, select a priority. How important is it? Maybe you have to meet with a potential investor. You got like 2 days, and in your business plan, you're just not sure about it, or whatever the situation is. So let us know how important it is to you. The category, what's the relevant category, and we're going to be adding other categories, I promise. Then come down here, and right in here, just click on files, and what you want to do is click on the choose your file, and it will choose a file, and you'll be able to find your document. Or if it's a graphic, maybe you have a graphic that you did, a logo that you want a graphic designer to look at, an art director, if you're a photographer, whatever it might be, a production. Click on here, upload it, put your information in, hit submit, and we'll get back to you as soon as we possibly can with any suggestions that we might have, any edits with your permission, of course, and anything that we can do to make sure that document is as tight and world-class as it possibly can be. So another thing that we're very excited about is that part. And now also, we have making an appointment. This is where you can book your appointments with a coach, right? So you click on this button here. Here you can see all the appointments that you have in this section that you've already set up. You can come down here and choose a category for the type of appointment you want. You can choose what times are available for that category or for that professional or expert who's going to help you or meet with you. And then you want to come down here, and anything that you see in green, you can click on and make an appointment. So let's just say that November 25th, and I want it at 2:30. So I click on it, takes me to a page, and here I go. I put in my information here. Maybe I'll put in my phone number if I like, and it's all confidential. Put in your notes. You can even schedule it to your Google Calendar, hit confirm, and we'll get back to you immediately with your appointment confirmation, and then we'll set up the best way to have our coaching session or consulting session. So it could be that we'll do it through Google Hangouts. It could be that we do it through Skype. We can do it by phone, whichever is most comfortable for you. All right. Under the Tally Ho section, we're going to have podcasts and our debut papers. Now, debut papers is where you'll find all of your contracts, right? Each one of these titles here is an actual Word document. These are contracts and forms that you can use where you can download them directly to your computer or your phone, open them up as editable Word documents, and just fill in your information where the brackets are, right? And now you have your contract already written for you. Now, as many of you know, it can cost anywhere from $500 to thousands of dollars if you went to an attorney to get a contract written. And many times it's a boilerplate contract. So, of course, we suggest you consult with an attorney. I have to say that, of course. But these contracts are solid. They work. I've used them. And you'll be able to come here, and every week we'll upload dozens and dozens of other types of contracts and business forms for you to use, which will save you time and help you to look as professional as you possibly can. Documents for freelancers, professionals, employment contracts. If you're running a business, maybe you need an employee logbook or something like that. We'll have it all here for you. Over here, we have documents that cover everything from marketing, sales. These are presentations, all the different forms of fundraising. If you're looking to raise money, you're looking to find investors. We do the pros and cons. We talk about all the different aspects of raising money in a presentation that you can download directly to your desktop or your tablet or your phone, and you can read these things at your leisure. We're going to continue to add documents here. We're going to continue to add loads and loads of features as we continue to move along with regard to our this website. So we're going to continue to so we're going to be adding these documents. Additionally, we're going to be adding all forms of tutorials, video tutorials on how to develop your website. I'm opening up this page here so you can get an idea. And at any stage, at any time when you come to this website, as you know, many times you come to a website and you don't know where to begin, right? And maybe the website is huge, or you're just coming for the first time and you're like, okay, so where do I start? What can I do? What does the website have? So if you come here, through the video section, you click on video and tutorials. If you go here, you'll see by clicking on website features, this will cover, these are short videos that cover each section of our website. So if you want to know a little bit more about the profile page, how to write your posts, how to submit tickets, how to do how to use the website tutorial, how to design your websites. So we have a bunch of videos there. Videos, if you're feeling a little bit out of it, maybe you need a pick-me-up. I can tell you firsthand, I've had close friends come by and use the website, and they found this section by accident, so I'm really feeling good about it. And basically what these are motivational videos. Many times when you're in the process of developing your new company or your idea, and things are not quite going your way that day or that month or that week, whatever the situation might be, sometimes you might just need a little pick-me-up. And believe me, I'm telling you, I've had dozens of people check these videos out, and they walk out of wherever they are, whether they're with me, and they're fired up for the next day. I love these videos. I watch them myself. I do recommend them. Also here under the recommended section, I'll be putting up videos periodically of videos that I think are inspirational in some form for any type of a freelancer or entrepreneur, somebody who's running a business, because it lets you know that other people are doing it. It lets you know some of the things that other people are going through. And then also, it will show you some of the tools and resources and the tricks that they use to help them when they were building their company. And so the site goes on, profile pages and things like that. And I don't want to continue with this too long, but basically you get the idea that this website, primary focus, what we're really focused on, by the basic tour in our presentation, and that's essentially it. So if there are any questions, I'm just going to scan the website here and just see if anyone, let's see, and if I've answered your questions. And many times when I do these presentations, I wind up answering all the questions before they're asked, and that does sometimes happen. Let me just take a quick look here. Okay, well, so that's pretty much it. Thank you again for everyone for joining us.
Please choose a sponsored video. Your content will begin shortly.
Again, thank you everyone for joining us. I look forward to seeing you again next week. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Please, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to forward those to me through the website or email me, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Thank you again for joining. Bye-bye.